G'day everyone, I'm Anthony and I've got a ripper of a tale to share about how I nabbed my missus cheating on me on Valentine's Day. So, to back it up a few years, Olivia and I first bumped into each other back in uni. We hit it off, started dating, and eventually took the plunge and tied the knot. We were that couple folks looked up to, you know? Seemed like we had it all. Decent jobs, a beautiful house, and we genuinely loved each other's company. Over time, we focused on our careers and our relationship. We even started talking about having kids. But then, just before Valentine's Day, I saw a dodgy text on Olivia's phone from some bloke called Darren. Never heard of this Darren fella before. Turns out Olivia and him were planning to get together on Valentine's Day for a sneaky rendezvous at our place while I was at work. Can you believe it? Reading texts like that between my missus and another fella. I tried to keep my cool. Maybe there was a reasonable explanation for everything. Maybe it was some kind of prank. Honestly, I didn't know what to think. My thoughts were all over the place. I gave my best mate a call to see what he thought, and he was like, "Yeah, nah, she's definitely cheating." He told me to take it easy and talk to Olivia calmly, not to do anything reckless. I reckoned I'd wait till the next day and catch Olivia red-handed when I got back from work early. My mate thought that was a dumb idea and said I should have a talk with her ASAP before I lost the plot. I promised him I wouldn't do anything stupid. Well, that night I didn't have the guts to confront her. I wanted to, but I just couldn't find the courage to do it. I tried to act normal, but Olivia picked up on something not being right. I blamed it on being knackered from work and hit the sack, but I was wide awake all night thinking about everything. The next day I dragged myself to work, but I couldn't think straight. I knew I had to sort it out myself. I got a couple of workmates to cover for me and snuck out and drove home. On the way, I saw one of those pop-up flower stalls on the side of the road selling flowers for Valentine's Day, so I pulled over to grab a rose just in case. There was a chance I was jumping to conclusions in all of this, and Olivia might not be two-timing me. If that was the case, she'd be wondering why I'd rocked up home from work early for no reason. The rose gave me an excuse to surprise my wife and make it look like I was just being romantic. I got back home and walked through the front door. Straight away, I heard the unmistakable sounds of my missus getting plowed in our bedroom. Felt like a punch in the guts. I flung open the door, threw the rose on the bed, and said, "Happy fucking Valentine's Day." Olivia screamed and they both scrambled to cover themselves, but I was gone before either of them could get their shit together to say a word. I was completely shattered. I drove to some random car park and just stared into space. Maybe a tear or two welled up. Olivia was blowing up my phone with calls and texts, but I ignored them. My brain was racing thoughts and kept playing back the scene I just witnessed at home. How long had this shit been going on? Who the hell was this Darren bloke? What else had Olivia been hiding? After the sun went down and I cooled off a bit, I headed back home to have a talk with Olivia. She was sitting on the couch waiting for me, bawling her eyes out. She spilled the beans that she'd been seeing Darren for a couple of months. Apparently they had met at the grocery store when he chatted her up in the health food aisle. She talked about feeling restless and bored in our marriage, how the excitement of someone else's attention lured her in, and that she was so sorry for cheating on me. Yeah, right. You mean you were sorry for getting caught in the act? Olivia insisted they'd only been on a couple of dates until now, and that this was their first time sleeping together. I told her I wanted a divorce, and she begged on her knees for another chance, but I stuck to my guns. I packed my bags, moved out, and felt completely lost. The scene of Olivia's betrayal played on repeat in my head. I couldn't eat or sleep. I was down deep in the dumps. I filed for divorce. Bloody hell, that all turned into a huge goddamn thing. Olivia made it as difficult as she possibly could, but eventually the divorce went through, marking the end of our 7-year marriage. After all that mess was sorted, I shifted my focus to where my life was heading. I got a new flat and was dead set on moving forward. Fast forward to today, 3 years later, and I can finally say I've found peace and acceptance. Now I'm in a new, fantastic relationship with someone who genuinely respects and cherishes me. I've let go of the pain and anger that used to eat me up, and I'm thankful for the lessons life threw my way. As for Olivia, she's dealing with the consequences of her actions. Word on the street is she's fallen to pieces, lost her job, and started hitting the bottle. She sends me these long, rambling texts saying she misses me and knows she messed up big time. I just tell her I'm happy with my life and my new partner, and that she should focus on sorting herself out without trying to involve me in her crap. And yeah, that's about it. Cheers for listening. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button Give it a thumbs up and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on future content. Your support means the world to me, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, take care.